Right now, one of Memphis's biggest churches and possibly the most powerful domination or denomination in our community is now at the center of a massive sexual abuse investigation. Now, in this case, the Southern Baptist Church ordered its own investigation.
It looked into how it handled accusations against pastors. The investigation found that despite having a list of more than 700 potentially abusive pastors, Southern Baptist leaders chose to protect their denomination from lawsuits rather than help victims. Now, this is a case that strikes right here in Memphis. There are 125 Southern Baptist churches in this city alone. Fox 13's Dominique Dillon spent the day reading through a 288-page investigation.
She tells us Bellevue Baptist Church in Cordova was specifically named in this investigation.
And it's largely because of this church's prominence. This church here behind me, Bellevue Baptist Church, was named in this report. And we're told that the senior pastor here, he was named in the investigation, but not for abuse, but accused of doing what may be the theme in this investigation, covering up an abuse case.
For the sunlight, I heard something at the wall.
Dr. Steve Gaines, one of our community's most prominent pastors, rose to the role of president of the Southern Baptist Convention. Though according to the investigation ordered by the convention, quote, to survivors, the 2016 election of Steve Gaines as SBC president conveyed the message that a clergy sex abuse cover-up was considered no big deal in the SBC. It goes on to say, as senior pastor at Bellevue Baptist Church in Memphis, in 2006, Gaines had kept quiet for months after he learned about a staff minister's prior sexual abuse of a child.
We are all mandated reporters. So that means we are required by state law to report any suspicions of child abuse or neglect.
The executive committee of the SBC voted for this independent investigation into their own handling of sexual abuse allegations last year. Yesterday, it released this 300-page document. It details 2 decades of cases chronicling abuse, mishandling of abuse, mistreatment of victims, and intimidation of victims. One victim stated, for most people of faith, their faith is a source of solace. But for me, faith is neurologically networked with the nightmare.
So I think it's really important that Shelby County organizations seek training, like our Stewards of Children training offered at the Memphis Child Advocacy Center, that they make sure that they are reviewing their child protection policies on an annual basis.
The investigation listed 30 pages of recommendations for the SBC, including creating a permanent entity to oversee sexual abuse response and prevention, issuing an apology, and requiring a code of conduct for employment. Reporting in Cordova, Dominique Dillon, Fox 13 News.
Now, within the last hour, we did hear back from Bellevue Baptist Church and Pastor Rick Gaines about being named in the investigation. That statement to us says, in part, in 2006, a Bellevue staff member made me aware of abuse he had committed 17 years prior. When I was informed, I believed that it was properly taken care of and did not know my obligation to report it to authorities. I now know that I did not handle the situation properly. A thorough investigation was done at the time, and there were no other incidents of abuse reported. Now, if you'd like to see the full statement, go to Fox 13's website, fox13memphis.com.
This case strikes a similar note to the abuse scandal inside the Catholic Church. Both were first sparked by newspaper investigations. The Boston Globe for the Catholic Church, the Houston Chronicle for the Southern Baptist Convention. And while the Southern Baptist investigation is concluding, the Catholic Church investigation has been going on for 20 years. It has cost the church $3 billion.